There we go. There we go. Good evening, folks. Good evening. Is it a good evening? Or are Man United going from Shambles FC to even Shambles? More, even extra Shamble FC. Where are we as a football club? Where do we go from here, people? What is going on at this football club? Is Ralph Rangnick in charge? Has he compromised? Is he just another puppet, right? What's going on? There is something fundamentally going on at this football club. We only saw the style of Ralph for half an hour or 35 minutes against Crystal Palace. I was at the stadium and I saw it with my own eyes where we looked organized. We pressed the team. We played halfway line football. We camped a minute and we would try to create chances. We've gone from that to what we saw. People told me I was overreacting. People said to me, you're overreacting when I said top four is done after Newcastle. CM, what was that? First of all, I'll ask you this question. What's the point of playing two strikers up front if you're not controlling the game and not making chances for them?
It makes no sense. You know, first of all, let's start with our midfield because that was an absolute shambles today. I mean, nobody, and it plagued the whole team. Nobody could play a pass. And it's been a problem. You know, we shouldn't even be shocked at this point because this team has not been able to pass properly for years now. We've not been able to do the simple things right for a long time. And today, I think it was probably the worst that we've seen now. It was the absolute worst. And all you need to do is listen to the Old Trafford crowd and count how many times they groaned throughout the game. Every time Man United give away the ball, how many groans, how many attack chants, just how many noises of frustration you heard throughout the game. It was almost more entertaining listening to that than watching the game itself.
It's incredible. Bobby, how you feeling, brother? Happy New Year. I hope
Happy New Year, Nuruddin. Happy New Year, bro.
I hope you and the family are well. Welcome.
Listen. You know, it's been our Christmas. Christmas was great. New Year's was good, quiet, simple. You know, food, good drink, and we relax. You know,
that's it.
And then I have to start my week watching this lot. Literally. Do you know what? Yeah, I was sitting watching the game. My wife made a nice little platter. Some grapes, cheese, chicken, bread, butter, and everything. Yeah, little man's playing. Me and my wife watching the game. I looked at her at 65 minutes. I went, "Do you know what? We're gonna lose." She's like, "Don't say that." I went, "No. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose because at home, if after an hour you've not broke the deadlock, that gives the away team confidence." Okay, now we're already a shambles anyway. No one's scared to come to Old Trafford. Okay. And the gaps started to appear. You saw the gaps starting to appear. Let's not lie here. We saw the gaps between the centre-backs and the midfield. McTominay was just going for a wander. Matic was out of position. Luke Shaw thinking he's Usain Bolt trying to get forward and stuff, not realising he's got Roadrunner at the back of him. You know? I actually felt sorry for Phil Shaw and Varane today, although Varane had some dubious decisions as well. I don't know where we're at. I see we've just started, but this team, yeah, I tweeted it. This club bought Aaron Wan-Bissaka for 50 million, bought Harry Maguire for 85 million. Aaron Wan-Bissaka played one full season at Crystal Palace at a club where he didn't have to be on the ball. He was just defending. We bought Harry Maguire from Leicester, who Harry Maguire wasn't even the best defender at the club. Let's be honest. People are like, "Oh, he's good for England." Yeah. Check this out. If you are a senior football player, professional football player, that has to play centre-back in a 3, it means you're not good enough to play in a 2. Okay? Let's just have it out now, right? And then we bought Varane. We've made Champions League Varane look like fucking Conference League Varane. Okay, we've got Phil Mitchell, Humpty Dumpty at left back, who literally is a shambles, mate. Shambles. We've got fucking McMuffin in midfield. He plays one good game. He's walking about like he's got Premier League status, winning status. he's running about like he's won the Premier League and the Champions League. We've got Matic, who, listen, I've seen more life in my bloody left toe than Matic. You know, seriously, I'm going for the team here, Nurden. I've done, Nurden. You know, I used to keep quiet. I used to just, you know, keep a level head, yeah, with this team. But I'm done, yeah. Matic, yeah. Why is Matic playing when you've got Donny van de Beek? Okay, simple as that. Anyway, left wing, we've got what's his name, Jadon Sancho, 77 million. We cried and moaned and bewildered for a right winger to then buy him after 18 months and play him on the left wing. What? What? We've got Tarzan and fucking PR7 up front, combined age at 85 or something. That's who we're leaning on us to score goals. We've got Greenwood, who we know what Greenwood is like. Greenwood wants to find the yard, get a shot off. He's not got any creativity in him. So the whole squad, there's imbalance everywhere. Complete imbalance everywhere. And today was just another example to get. I think it's going to get even worse, personally. I think it's going to get worse.
Listen, my question is this. Why is Ralph Rangnick? I said to everybody before Ralph come in, Ralph's most important member of staff is the fitness coach. I'm going to ask you guys again. I'm going to ask you, CM, and I'm going to go to you first, and I'll come back to you. Why have we gone away from his style of play after half an hour, 35 minutes against Crystal Palace? Why have we scrapped that level of intensity of play? Why have we? And what's the point of playing? In his statement, he came out before on Sky. He was on Sky Sports before. He said we didn't control the midfield. You can't control the midfield with two guys. Not a guy you can't play 2 games in a week. We said it. CM, we said it when we were doing our team yesterday. He can't play 2 games in a row. And Scott McTominay, everybody got gassed. He was the best player against Burnley, but Burnley were horrendous, and everybody got gassed. Today he come up against a proper midfield, and look what happens to him. He gets found out yet again. What are we doing at this football club? Why is Ralph Rangnick? Why is he making deals at this football club to compromise in his own principles of football? 4 things happen in a football game. This is his own principles: technique, tactical, body in terms of physicality, mentality. All of them 0, 0, 0, 0. Why has he compromised? Who's running things? What the hell is Darren Fletcher doing sitting next to him, making decisions with him? What is he doing? Who's running the football club? Why is Scott McTominay being pushed to be the new Man United captain? Paul Ince again, part of the record protection team tonight, talking about Scott McTominay being the captain. CM, what is going on?
Paul Ince, yeah.
Or is he not in control? I'll come back to you, Bobby.
Do you want me to go first?
Let's see him going and I'll come back.
Yeah, you go.
Well, it's clear that Ralph Rangnick is not in control, and he will never be in control of this football club as long as he is here in a managerial role, in a consultancy role. He's just another one of what we've had before, really. And it's a shame, because this is the thing. First and foremost, the players, the personnel that we have can't play in this system. Fair enough. But then you see Ralph Rangnick after the Norwich game go, and maybe probably even after the Palace game, go completely away from everything he stands for, everything he wants to do on the football pitch. And in the end of the day, fair enough, you realize the personnel is not good enough to execute what you need to do. And maybe you may need to make changes along the way to almost embody that. But what you don't do is completely take away everything from your system, everything that you stand for. And that's what Ralph Rangnick has done. He's almost done what Ole did when he realized that, oh my God, I might be under a bit of pressure because the results started getting bad. I remember when Ole was playing a good brand of football and then he did the switch. Rangnick's done it after 1 or 2 games. And
1 game.
You know what?
After one half, CM, after 35 minutes against, he said, "Okay, let's not do that again." What? How can you? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. But go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Nuruddin, you say this at the end, but I think we need to bring this up now because in the end of the day, it's clear as day. These people that are leading this football club need to go. And some of us as a whole in this fan base need to step up because this Glazers out thing in the summer and then the manager out thing in the season cannot run, and it will never work if we want to achieve a goal. We need to continue to apply pressure on the people at the top because time and time again, they display the power that they have on every single level of this football club. And it is affecting everything down from the football to the investments we make that go towards the football team, and then everything at the very top of the football club. They have built this culture of mediocrity that goes from the top to bottom. And everybody that comes into this football club, everybody that exists within this football club are eventually affected from it.
That's why they didn't go for Conte.
We've seen some top players come into this club for years, and they've been brought down to one level of mediocrity time and time again. They are the problem. And the main problem with us as a fan base is we are too divided. We let certain media ploys or whatever it is, just certain decisions separate us. You know, in the end of the day, not everybody's going to think the same, but we all aim to see one thing. We want to see one thing, which is Manchester United success. We want to see Manchester United succeed. And we're not going to see that unless we come together and use our voices as one, which we have done in certain moments, but not when it matters the most.
Welcome to the...
Can I just say something very quickly to that?
Now, Bobby, answer the same question, then I'll go to Irfan.
Well, no, I just want to say, us fans can't put the ball in the net for the players. The board can't put the ball in the net for the players. Okay, I hear what you're saying, brother. I hear what you're saying. It is, we need a structure. You look at the boys down the road, there was a structure in place before Pep was even there. I understand you. But the players on the pitch, okay, are not good enough. I do understand completely what you're saying, and we can get onto the players in a bit. But I'm saying at the same time, because the players, you can't take the blame off them anymore. The manager has changed, and it's a new thing. It's supposed to be a new system, and they are clearly underperforming the basic acts of what a professional footballer should be able to do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as much as they are to blame, all of those years of mediocrity and the culture that has been built in this club is down to the people at the top. And now we're seeing a manager come in and he is losing authority instantly. He has authority. That's why I think they never went for Conte, because Conte would have turned around and told every single one of them how to do their jobs and how to let him do his job. Nuruddin, what was the question? Sorry, I beg your pardon.
The question is, why would you take a job if you're Rangnick with your arms behind tied your back? Why have you only seen your style of play for 35 minutes in one game? One game. In one game. We're the only football club in the history of football that only has one half bounce, not even a game, one half bounce for the new manager. So for me, why would you take that? I warned everybody, I told everybody here, the most important person on the Ralph staff will be the fitness coach. He hasn't even got a fitness coach. He doesn't even have a fitness coach. Darren Fletcher sitting there, the same mediocre guys are still playing. I've got to say, big up to Phil Jones. He was good today. He was a lot better than Maguire would be, right? Obviously, he made a mistake with the header because he's not played for 2 years. You know, you don't head the ball into a central area. You head it away from a central area. That's 101. 101 of centre-half coaching. You never head the ball into a danger. You get it away from the danger. But he looked a lot better than Maguire. But bet you this, Maguire is back for the FA Cup game against Villa. And we are out of the FA Cup, by the way. We are out. My words. People saw to me, I'm overreacting when I said we are out of top 4. Now, people need to get ready for Europa Conference, even if we're good enough. So, Bobby, I'm asking you the question. Why would you come? Why does this board make sure every coach and every manager that comes in has to compromise to their demands. Certain players have to be played. Certain players have to be played in this team.
I think money speaks, money talks. Rangnick always wanted to come into English football. Man United is the golden ticket. We are the club that will overpay and pay you very handsomely to have our way. Now, every manager that fancies themselves will be like, I'll go in, do my thing, blah, blah, blah. They find out very, very quickly that it isn't the case. It isn't the case at all. And honest to God, I think he probably looked at the squad and thought we can work with something. But I honest to God think that he's found out very quickly that they're not good enough. They're not good enough. We've seen Fred get dropped. Maguire got dropped today. Don't care what anyone says. I think he's realised how big of a job this is. You know, to answer your question, I think it's money personally. And maybe he probably thought I could come in and change the club, you know, do what it is. But unfortunately, he's realised who his employers are. Do you know what I mean?
I'll ask you the same question, Irfan.
Well, I mean, like I said already, you know, how long did we talk about this yesterday? How long did we have that Scott McTominay midfield debate yesterday? How many times have we brought up on this channel alone? Because every time you analyze Man United, it always goes back to that donkey midfield. It always goes back to them. You know, it's just that we have a donkey defense as well as a donkey midfield. So I actually feel sorry for the strikers because they get nothing. They get absolutely nothing.
Irfan, but why play if you're not dominating the
midfield? Wait,
I'll get there. Why play 4-2-2? 4-2-2. 4-2-2. You can't play that formation. Today, you can't play that formation if you have control of the midfield.
Today is the day I'm looking at Ralph saying, who are you? Are you a cowboy? What are you serious? Today's the day. Before I was looking at the players, today I'm looking at Ralph. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care how crap the players are. Today I looked at that guy and said, who are you? Who the hell are you really? I don't give a crap about your Gagan press and you developed all this modern football. I'm looking at you today thinking, what the hell are you doing? Because I'm telling you now, I looked at this guy and I said to myself, he looked like a guy coming towards the end of his managerial career, not a guy coming towards the start. That's what I looked at today. And the fact that they had the most shots in the history of them in the Premier League today against us. That was their most shots they've ever had against a team in the Premier League against us today. Most ever.
You can't. To me, the biggest thing is that you can't play 4-4-2 with two strikers up front.
Yeah.
If you're not going to provide anything for them, and why take off Mason Greenwood? You see the Old Trafford smoke. I wasn't there. I'm still not well enough. I wasn't there.
Because he was one of the better players. But
him.
Yeah, but let's get back to
your fifth game.
Yeah, but let's get back to the question because I didn't answer it yet. I was just trying to do the background to the question. The thing is that I just can't believe, like I said to you in yesterday's preview, is why is he not switching in midfield? Why is he not? Why is he not working out? I need to give these guys a chance. Why don't you even pack the midfield and just have one guy up front? And if you know your team's that poor, why don't you even do that? You know, instead of keeping these two donkeys where the ball just runs through them all day long, they can't do anything. I even looked at the stats today of McTominay, and obviously I think he made 28 turnovers in the last game or something, the most. So I don't know whether they're looking at stats thinking this guy's obviously doing the most stats to cover from the back, but otherwise he's the Scottish Messiah. It can't be anything else. You know, they can't be the reason. But like I said,
he doesn't even play midfielder for Scotland or for.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He can't. He can't. He's not good enough. He's John McGinnis. He's 20 leagues better than this guy. But I'm saying to you, he plays in defense. But my point is, we discussed this yesterday. He must be seen as the Messiah in our club. He must be seen that. It's got to be. There's no other reason.
I'm making excuses there, fan. So why don't you pack the midfield then, Ralph?
I said that. But this is why I said to you.
That 3 or 4 weeks ago before I arrived.
I said to you, Nuruddin.
It's an easy job to develop. Don't give me a fucking DNA. Fuck the DNA. Get players on the ball. Play a midfield diamond with Ronaldo by himself up the pitch.
Yeah, of course. So then the ball's not going through your midfield all day long. They played like they're the home team. It was so easy for them. It was a joke. It was so easy for them, honestly. I could not believe how easy it was for them. But today, I don't care about the players. I don't care about anyone. I am today on Ralph. I'm on Ralph today. My vibe towards him is completely changing.
I think
it's completely changing. I'm sorry to say.
I
did not expect the capitulation to be like that so soon. I did not expect it to be so bad so soon. Shocking that was.
And you know what? I'm telling you, you know what? Super Nick, classic FM, at least, you know, classic music can sometimes get really, it can get all together because there's a big orchestra that gets together and can get aggressive. This was smooth FM. Forget classic. It was smooth FM. It was so laid back. Honestly, Martinho was having a cigar. He played with a cigar today, with a cigar in his mouth. That's how bad it was, right? It wasn't classic. It was smooth FM. Why are you not? I don't care who gets injured. You bring the under 23 into the team. I don't care. I'm asking you now. Martial's gone. Donny got to go. Cavani wants to get out of here, so we have to persuade him. Pogba's gone, right? Lingard's gone, right? So what we're going to be left with, people, is Scott McTominay, Maguire, Rashford. Why are you bringing Rashford after you dropped him? He's been horrendous on the ball.
He's horrible.
Sulking.
Get him
He
out.
came on sulking. Did you see when he came on? He was sulking. Dude, he did exactly the same things. Did exactly the same things he was doing.
But Nuruddin, you see that pass that he had?
Saved his life.
You see the opening he had, Nuruddin. You see the pass he had. Do you see how badly he overhit the pass? You know, when you could just, you know, on the right wing, just a gentle pass through.
He needs to be away from football for a while, mate. He needs to. But that's what I'm saying to you. Bobby hitters on it. These guys have to play because they came from Man United fucking academy. Man United DNA. That's why Rav is using that bullshit as well. DNA. What fucking DNA? What DNA? What
The
DNA?
Man United DNA was winning trophies no matter
I
what.
can't find my nearest player DNA. We look like a bunch of strangers who've never fucking played together. I've seen a Sunday League team pass the ball better than that.
Yeah.
Wolverhampton today played ball. Played key ball when we're 1-0 down for 5 minutes.
Nuruddin, look. Wolves, better footballers, better athletes, better football intelligence. 1, 2, 3. Better, I'll say it again. Better athletes, better footballers, better football intelligence. Straight away, the gap was big between us and them.
Listen,
Big.
I've got a cold. I've had a flu, not a cold. I've had flu. I've been in bed most of the week. Smash a like on a video here. I'm gonna get a sore throat after this. What we've seen tonight was different. There's a way of losing. There is ways of losing. Other than for 15 minutes, right? After Bruno came on, because we had more in midfield and he switched it where he played 3. Matic might as well have been playing to 3 anyway. He was playing that much at the back.
Yeah.
Even throughout the whole game. So the fact that we switched it to 3 centre halves, we just said to Matic, instead of moving, you just stay put, mate. Right? We took control of the game a little bit. They make changes to affect the game. Scott McTominay's on that pitch on a yellow card. Did he see how unintelligent footballer he is? Fouling a guy that's going away from our goal, smashing into him for no reason. For absolutely no reason. At the end of the day, I keep saying it. 4-3-3 is what helps us in terms of having a bit of control in midfield. If that doesn't help us, right? Well, if you're not doing that, get away from this football club. He's then coming out with coke. Big up Khalid Ramadan Lassie. Share, like the video, people, because I'm not screaming here after I've had a horrible flu, right? For nothing. This what we've seen. It's been in combination since the Glazers took over. And then worse than that, since they put bankers in charge of this. $1.5 billion has been spent on that squad. $1.5 billion. I'm telling you now, if an alien tomorrow landed in fucking planet Earth and you explain to them how football works and you've explained to them that we spent $1.5 billion on a football team and this is what the fruits of that $1.5 billion is, they will say to me, who the hell? What is that? You can't write it in a book. It's not a film because if it was a scripted film, it'll be unbelievable. You'll be like, nah, I don't believe it. That is far fiction. This is the reality of Man United Football Club. Ralph Rangnick has to play certain players, has to bring on certain players, even though when he's dropped them, and they come and do exactly the same thing. We were in a game for 15 minutes. They play like the home team for 70-odd minutes of that game. They bullied us. Physicality, technical ability, tactics, mentality. Every way how you judge a football game, they did it. CM, I'm gonna come to you. Where do we go from here? Why can't Ralph just do it? Win or lose or draw, just go back to them pressing hard for 90 minutes. I don't care if they get injuries. I don't care. Why can't he just stick to his principles? Why does he have to effing compromise?
He has no authority within the club. I think.
Well, get the fuck out of the club then.
I seriously, where do we go from here? It's almost like, you know what? I think we all have to accept that we're gonna see days of darkness before the light actually comes, because Manchester United are in a position right now where for several odd years they have just got worse and worse and worse. And each time we've hit a melting point where a manager will get sacked and we're at rock bottom, we'd have that little rise and everybody will think, hold on a minute, we might be onto something. And then we will dip straight away again. We have to recognize right now that as much as this is frustrating, and it's frustrating, and we're seeing all of these things, Ralph Rangnick repeating himself week in, week out about the same issues that are going on with the team, but then somehow there is nothing being fixed of a weekly basis. We have to recognize that, you know what? Manchester United, even with our high standards of the club, what we remember and appreciate and believe where the club should be, we have to recognize that we're not going to be anywhere near that. And I think we did say that a couple streams ago. We're not going to be anywhere near any kind of important trophy in years to come, for years to come, because the mentality from top to bottom, the culture from top to bottom screams mediocrity. It might even be below mediocrity at this point, because there is no ambition. The recruitment levels are just absolutely poor. You know, a manager will come in. It's like if Ralph Rangnick comes in and he says, I want this guy in January, who really says we're going to get those players? Because they have proven time and time again under different managers that they're incompetent at their jobs that they're supposed to be doing, because they shouldn't be even doing it in the first place.
Yeah, but brother, no, but listen. Wait a second, already. Wait a second, already. But you just said that, CM, but I'm not even having that. I'm not even having it. Okay, I know the players are bad because obviously that game reminded me of a game is when Mourinho and Seville. That's what that game reminded me of. You know, the Seville game when the Mourinho. It was like where we were hopeless. We were even at 1,000 prayers on the pitch when it saved us against that. We had we were never going to create any chances or score. No chance. It was like that's what the game was like. But like I said to you, obviously, clearly, we're speculating that's obviously there's a policy here where the chosen few must be picked because of United DNA. That's speculation. That's the only way we can rationalize it and work out why these players being picked week in, week out. We can't look at it anyway. But I'm saying to you, still, it's all on Ralph for me, because at the end of the day, you've got to change it. You could have seen in the first half that was horrendous. You have to change it. You have to do something in midfield. You've got to make it compact and not let them run through us all day long. I understand that they're not athletes. They play like United team is like an Italian team, Serie A. We play that pace. You know, that's what we play. But all the teams play that pace. We just get laughed at because all teams are faster than us. They're quicker than us. They're better athletes. But the fact that this guy why I'm on Ralph today, because I can't understand where 75,000 people can see it, and yet you're not changing it. You're doing it. You're making yourself now be poisoned by the same United poison that they've got. You are taking it and you're drinking it in front of everyone. Everyone can see it. So I don't understand why there were so many opportunities to change it. You know, I think he was actually going to take Cavani off, and then Cavani got a little injured, and he took Greenwood off. But taking Greenwood off was the most brainless thing I saw today. Totally brainless. Right, and then at the end of the day,
Cavani was useless.
No, and then he says he's useless, but show me any service. He's got to show me a chance to.
No, but Irfan, right? He's not played games together, right? So you take him off. You take him off because we're not competing, and get hold of the midfield. Ronaldo up front by himself. Leave Greenwood. He's the only guy who can get a shot off. He's the only guy when he comes on his left foot on that side opens the pitch up like he did for that first half. The chance that he created for Sancho. It's just listen. Here we go.
No, but wait a second. We're in that game. We're in that game.
Everything around me, get them green. It is. I swear,
Nuruddin, we were
Muhammad
Nuruddin,
Ali's there putting out bars, hip hop bars, mate.
Nuruddin,
Hip-hop bars.
we were
That's
in
what
that. Yeah, but we were in that game from 65 to 75 only. When Bruno came on, we had about 5 to 8 to 10 minute spell where we threatened a little bit, but that was it. That was it. As soon as they brought Traore on, they just kept giving the ball to him, and he just running with it all day long, easing up all the time, running the clock down. Blah blah blah. That's all I had to do, because an athlete like that can run our defenders ragged, and that's what he did. But again, it's down to football intelligence. Why would Ralph open himself up to such high level mockery from everyone? Why would he do that? Explain that to me. Why would he do that? Why? I cannot for the life of me understand why. Because we all know the players that haven't got it. But a good manager can fix the remedy just so that you don't look stupid. And he didn't do it.
I didn't want Conte because I'm sick of pragmatic football. I'm sick of it. I am so sick of not watching my team play low block bullshit football week in and week out. But obviously they didn't want him, not because of that, not because the bankers know anything about it, because nobody that can come in and expose them for what they are. So every other manager that comes to the football club has to be a yes man, has to go along with what the club culture is, has to go along with that. That means an ex-player sitting on your fucking coaching staff, another ex-player there who was teaching at university there as well, and playing some of these players and these players who cost money. Big up to every one of you, right? There's nearly 200 of you in here, right? Smash a fucking like on the video. Seriously, smash the like on the video. Because I'm not getting ill again for this bullshit, right? So, come on, that's the least you can do. I didn't understand any of the tactics today. I didn't understand any of the performance. Like Irfan just said, I'm telling you, every other team works harder than Man United. On the ball and off the ball. How can we have that? This is 6 years culture. It's not just Ollie. This is going back to Van Gaal days. We used to control football, but we never used to create any chances. We used to control football games, but not create any chances.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, look, but that's what I'm saying to you. Look, I understand that we've got deep problems because we've had this turgid football, this slow crap, Mourinho style, Mourinho fallout, and Ollie with zero tactics. We had that. But a smart manager can see what the problem is. And at the moment, I'm asking myself, this guy's not seeing a problem. I'm sorry to say, this guy's clearly not seeing a problem. He's not. He's really not seeing.
He come out before this guy saying, "Oh yeah, they took control of the midfield." So why didn't he change it then? Why are you not changing it?
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's like he's analyzing the game, but he doesn't. It's like he doesn't have the capacity.
He's not doing anything. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
We were struggling. So why didn't you fucking change it then?
Yeah. Nuruddin, the guy's meant to be a professor of football, professor of tactics, isn't he?
There's something going on, man. I'm telling you now, there's something going on this football club. He's got his arm because he wants to manage in the Premier League. He's seeing the guys he's influenced, how well they're doing, and he so badly wants a job, so he's taking any shit. He's just another fucking puppet. And it took us 5 games. It took us 5 games to realize how much of another fucking puppet he is. Honestly, it's beyond me. It's beyond me.
But Nuruddin, he's destroying whatever legacy he had. He's destroying it. They're laughing at him.
He want to get paid there, fan. He was at local pot in Moscow. And this now, the whole world media attention is on him.
Yeah.
That's
so the ego's being stroked, but he's not making it. He's not doing his CV any good. No.
Of course.
He's an old man anyway. What managerial job is he? He didn't want to be a manager anyway before Man United came up. So the way he's looking at it is like, the way he's looking at it is like, well, it's probably my last managerial job at the top level. I'll go back to being a director or whatever he was before. If this doesn't work out, I mean, it's such a frustrating situation.
It's funny if I say with 100% we will finish in the top 4. I don't know people who believe that. Of course, why would people believe that?
Wait, can I
said it against Newcastle. I said it, and people told me I was overreacting. I said it against Newcastle. We are not finishing in the top 4.
No way.
Play like that.
Nuruddin, can I ask you a question? What of the ex-Ollie boys like Neville? What have I all? What's the vibe in on? I haven't seen any of the news yet. I haven't seen what ex-players have said.
Get behind the club on all this bullshit. That's what they come out with.
No,
Listen,
what we said about this
they
particular
have
game?
zero currency, man, because they all protected their boy. They all
Yeah.
were protecting their boy. They got zero currency anyway.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about what they say?
Yeah.
We could all see with our own eyes.
Yeah.
Get better at what? Better what? Getting fucking out past. Get better at what?
Not only it wasn't just out pass, it was the gap in football intelligence. The football intelligence gap between these two teams was like children under 14s playing a professional side. That's what it looked like to me.
Remember when we were saying yesterday, we looked at the quality of the Chelsea and then the Chelsea and Liverpool game, and then the Arsenal and City game.
Even Arsenal
today.
Yeah.
Today I looked at the way Wolves played, and I said in every single department, it may be except for finishing, because we're both not clinical teams. In every single department except from that, they are better than us.
They're much closer to those four teams you just talked about. They're much closer.
Yeah,
they've got athletes everywhere. They've got athletes everywhere. Fast, quick plays with technique. Proper technique.
That's what it comes down to. And then we have to think: are we really any good, or is it just reputation?
No, we're not.
That's keeping Man United up?
We're not. Listen, I put the tweet out, and I 100% wish and pray that I wish I had the power like Thanos. I could snap my fingers like that, and I could delete this football club and start again and get rid of every fucker in this football club. Every single one of them, from top to bottom, get rid of them, all of them, and start again. I wish I could do that. I wish I could press the delete like on the laptop here now. Delete everybody and restart. I wish I could do that. This is not a reset. This is a continuation of what we had at this football club. I don't care what anybody says. I want to know why the effing hell is Ralph Rangnick taking this job when he's been undermined. Bumbaye, welcome to the stream. I know you are at work. Thank you for the lovely food, by the way. That was lovely. I'm grateful. Right? He's a mean chef, by the way, people. I will say this. I know you didn't watch the game, but honestly, the performance took it to the next level. Wolverhampton came and played us off the park.
Broke their record for amount of shots they hit a team against, shot against. Most of them attempts against any team in the Premier League in their history of them being there. They broke their record.
But with Matic and Scott McTominay in midfield. Talk to me.
Evening, guys.
Evening, Mr. Bombay.
Wow, man, the sorrow is in your voices, boys. Dino, absolutely, you're welcome.
You didn't watch the match. I'm sure if you watched the match, you'd be talking the same way. Trust me.
I had an iPad out, and I was semi-watching it. And to be honest, I was more interested in having a conversation about nutrition at times. So I think Dino's is not a bad idea. A delete button, I'd go with that. I just wanted to ask you guys, have you seen the Luke Shaw post-match interview? Any of you?
No, but Cleese has been putting quotes of it in the comments.
Okay, well, what I'd advise is, I'm sure everybody will go and watch that. I just watched it before I came on here. And Luke Shaw said, in not these words, but he said, we have to get at a team very fast with high intensity. We've got 75,000 people behind us, and we've got to set a marker straight away in the game. And it doesn't feel like we're all doing it together. I felt from that interview, once you guys watch it, that he is implying there is a division inside the Man United dressing room.
Clearly there is.
Always has been.
Now, yeah, if with that, a division in the dressing room equates to you're never going to win anything. Doesn't matter who's in there, how much quality you've got, who's in charge. We will never win nothing. It will never happen. Our club and it's in the name United. You watch Liverpool, the Man United of old, even much lesser teams in terms of personnel perform. It was a family. It was united. This is fractured. And I honestly, I'm going to just say, I want to come on here and say, I'm thinking back retrospectively all the way to Moyes, nearly a decade on, very little to show for it. So much money spent, so many players bought, some of the best managers, some of the highest paid managers, different types of managers. And all we seem to be doing is going round in a circle where we get high hopes, high expectations, some optimism, and that's quickly doused by something that absolutely does not resemble any of that on the pitch. And it seems that, as Nuruddin said, it's a continuation. And I believe every single person that is going to post a comment on here today, what you guys are going to say, whatever's been said before is all correct and is all incorrect. Therein, for me, honestly now, is the problem. Nobody actually can put a finger on exactly what is the underlying problem. And if you can't see the problem, you're never going to be able to fix the problem. And we today, to me, we do not know. Honestly, it is an amalgamation of a million problems, from the board to the players, to the different managers, to the formations, to the systems, to the culture. Every single one of those things you can put it down to contributing to why Manchester United are so woeful, considering what they spend, the personnel they have, the wages they pay. I just don't, and that's what kills me, I promise you. I don't want to win Premier League anymore. I don't even care about Champions League anymore. You know what I want? I want to tune into Man United and have some entertainment. I have not had entertainment for, my God, so long. I have to watch City and Liverpool and Arsenal and Brighton and Palace even and West Ham now to get my football fix, to watch something that resembles football. Man United is broken, but nobody knows where it's broken exactly. We don't even know where to start. And every manager that's coming in, nobody's lasting longer than 2 years.
Well, that's why we need
all these managers are not bad managers. This group of players at the start of the year, do you remember what we were all saying? Here comes Ronaldo. Varane is the best, is the man who'll fix it. Sancho, here we go. Ollie, the pressure's on Ollie now, big time. He's got to compete. Ollie's not competing. Rangnick's not competing. And not only they're not competing, you're watching us playing Norwich and Burnley and Wolves. It is so out of sorts. Only God knows where you start with this team. And it is the hope that is killing me. You go into it, just, you know what, like a guy said, he goes, United fans, forget it. Just lower your expectations, man. If you're going to tune in and have no expectation. If you get anything, it's a bonus.
Listen,
that is probably the safest way to approach
we don't
United,
look forward to watching games anymore.
But
Majority of people see it as a draw, as a thing that, Man United are on. I text a couple of close friends of mine and they're like, I can't be asked. That's what they say to me.
Yeah, but no. Just go back to what Ollie just said, though, Mr. Bombay. Listen, I don't put Ronaldo to blame. I don't put Cavani to blame. I don't put Varane to blame. They've only just arrived. You can't blame them for that. This is long before them. This is all the cowboys that were there before them. You can't blame these guys. I feel sorry for Ronaldo in the front. I really feel sorry for him.
You can't blame. Look, Irfan, if I could actually blame, if I could search and find a blame to attribute that this is the cause of a problem, I would love to do that. I don't even know where to begin. Where do I distribute this blame? I've just gone through it here. The board, Dino's right, structure, the culture. How much managers have we had here? It's the manager, it's the system, it's the players. But by the same token, we've been sat here with Mourinho thinking he's got a sick team. If Guardiola had this team, he'd rock it. Then Oli came in, we got Varane, we got Ronaldo, we got Sancho. We thought pressure's high, he's got to be performing. Not only are we not even challenging for the league anymore or the Champions League, we are miles. We might not even get top four. And you saw today, we are miles off it. So it's not like we're not putting expectation. We are.
Let me throw it back at you then. Let me throw it back at you. Let me just say what a couple of other people.
I'm going to just say this quickly. We'll be doing a fan calling by Wednesday. Wednesday evening, we'll be doing a fan calling. 100%. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, wait a second. But look, right? Just regarding this whole thing, look, You've already diagnosed that there's a major problem here, and it comes before these guys arrive. I just tried to explain that.
Irfan, sorry, let me just alter that sentence you said. There is no singular here. I wish I had diagnosed a problem. There is a massive array of problems, and I don't know where to begin. This isn't a rant, by the way. I promise you. You know me. I'm going to tune in. This is not a rant, but this is a build-up of like 9 years. And every time I think, yeah, it's like, shit, we're right. Dino's right. It's just a continuation.
No, but
what point does it end?
But like I was going to make the point though. In my gym, for example, I go there and occasionally I just talk to people. And I remember at the start of the season, a fellow Man United said to me, he looked me in the face and said, "You watch us not buying a midfielder come back to haunt us badly this year." That's what he just said it. He just said it to me, just clear as day, and he walked off. And I looked at him and went, "Yeah, maybe." But my God, was that guy right? Because if we had one ball like a Bissouma in midfield, we might not win. But my God, we'd have a little bit of fight in the middle, a little bit of control in the middle, just a little bit. And I don't understand why any donkey at the club could not see that. I don't understand it one bit.
Unless what the hell is Ralph Rangnick doing? You can't play 4-4-2 in the Premier League modern league. Why does not every other team play 4-4-2? Because you get absolutely murdered in midfield. You can't play two and have four attacking players who are not going to come back. And especially when you're playing two forwards who are standing next to each other, not one dropping into the hole. Why are you playing that formation? Darren Fletcher has been in the fucking Premier League all of his life. Why can he not tell Ralph, you can't play that, we'll get murdered even at home? Guys, there's nearly 300 of you here, right? There's 300 of you here. Please smash a like on the video because seriously, I do not want to be ranting and raving, but I just want you to understand everything what Irfan said, CM said, Bombaye said, is we are lost for words at how we never thought it'd get this bad. But it is. I can tell you 15 teams in this Premier League that have more athleticism, more physicality, better tactics, better technique players. What are these players? What's happened to these players? Where have they been? CM, I'm going to come to you now. We go to the next game against Villa. We're out of the FA Cup. Do you expect yes or no? We got Villa back-to-back twice, right? Do you agree with me that we're done in those two games? I don't want to be negative, but I'm telling you now, we're done.
Wait a second. Before CM answers, right? I've got when let brother CM answer, but I've got a question for you that I want you to answer. Okay? It's about what the fans know compared to Ralph knows. But let CM go because I don't want to divert you away from that. But I'm going to ask you that question. Okay? After this, go ahead, brother.
All right, cool. First and foremost, the way we can look at it now is that we're basically done. I can see something happening where it's like the players have a little response, but even then, it's like we've had so many bad performances. A result like this has been coming since Norwich, so definitely, it's even like it's even like the players, they don't even respond anymore. They don't have the pride. They don't have the individual or team pride to show show something to the people that travel into the grounds week in, week out. Those people who spend their hard-earned money to go and support Manchester United. Fair enough, yeah, some of them go and clap them. But how about, I would take away, if we didn't see a single clap at full time, I would be happy if I saw at least some of them playing the way they should be on the football pitch. Right now, it's like a collection of players being thrown together and they don't know who they are. They don't know what they're supposed to do, how they're supposed to do it, and when they're supposed to do it. And that is a big, big problem.
So here's my question.
Anyone want to hear my rendition of the song Vibes?
No. No. But Nuruddin, what question I want to ask you, because someone asked this to me before, and it's an interesting question about us a lot ranting and raving about our team, yeah? But then it was a question about what you actually see in the game. Let me ask you a question then. Do the fans know more about this team, or does Ralph Rangnick know more about this team?
We know about this.
No. Just I know it's a kind of crazy question in a way, but I'm going to ask it to you. Do the fans know more about this Man United team, or does Ralph know? I know it's kind of crazy question, but I want your answer from it. I know what you answer that question.
We know. We know. We've been here. Some of these players have been performing like this.
Yeah. So wait a second. So if it's that easier answer, we can see it all. How can nobody in the club see it in the high? No one can see it.
They don't care, fan. Everybody. There's been a culture the bankers have put down. Culture. Everybody keeps each other in their place. Everybody's nice. We're all about PR propaganda. Dividends gets paid out every year to the Glazers. They're happy. The bankers are happy. Bonuses are happy. There we go.
Basically, so wait a second. So what you're saying then, that sort of Roy Keane mentality, Fergie mentality of doing everything to win.
Ed Woodward was asked, right? Was asked years and years ago. Was asked, and you know what he said? Was asked about isn't success being part of this part of the football team? He goes, no, we don't have to win the league to be successful at this football club. He goes, look at Liverpool. Liverpool didn't win the league for years, and look, they still make money. He called Manchester United a mortgage that keeps making money. Please, guys, get the likes up. There's 300 of you watching. Get the likes up, man. Seriously.
I mean, today was like, you know, I understand that we had 3 bad performances, 3 sort of lucky performances, 3 performances that sort of pulled the wool over some of the shall I say, the lighter side of our fans. Some of the fans that we thought, we're going to be all right. Because I predicted a 0-0. You all guys predicted a win. I never thought we were going to win. I got 0-0.
I didn't.
You know, I said this would be our toughest game. I said it would be our toughest game. But even I was wrong because I said 0-0. That could have been easily a 3-0 to them. Easily 3-0 would have been a bad result for them.
You would have flattered them.
Yeah.
He would have flattered us, sorry. He would have flattered us 3-0.
So again, Nuruddin, how can we be, and all the fan base here, all the people in
like I said to you,
how can we know? How can we know?
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I deep down and I sometimes think about this, I know I'm a sado. I'm in bed 3 o'clock or 4. Sometimes I can't sleep and I'm in bed. I'm thinking. I'm like, genuinely think all of these 3 Bristol University bankers are Liverpool fans. City fans who have come to damage their agents sent to damage our football club, because I don't know how else to explain it. How can the players go on now? Where's the pride? Like CM said, where's your personal pride?
You see,
how can you get outworked?
You see what Nuruddin's saying? He doesn't know what to say. I am somebody that will say to you, I don't know more than Ralph Rangnick. I don't know more than nobody. And it is exactly because...
Wait a second. Wait, I'll ask you the question then. Let me ask it to you, because I think this is quite an interesting but profound question. Do you know more about this Man United team than Ralph Rangnick does? Do you personally know more about the team?
No, I don't. I'm not just saying that. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be humble. I'm not trying to do anything. I have actually, you know me, I'm quite a positive person and I'm quite objective with the games. But in reality, I believe and I crack on and I will support the team and I will think that we're going to win the next game and I'll be confident that there will be a turnaround. And I will give Ralph Rangnick time. I can't do anything else. I know he's not God. It's 5 games and he's picked up a team that is decimated, a club that is on its knees. You see what happened with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with the team that we've got. Luke Shaw was saying, he goes, you look at the players and the quality that we've got. It doesn't make sense how we're not being able to apply that onto the pitch. That's Luke Shaw. You should watch this interview. That's why I actually came on it, just to see if anyone had seen that. And it was really telling. He said, we're not together. We're not pressing together. We're not aggressive together. Bro, the reason Ralph Rangnick knows more than me, he's seeing these players.
No. About this United team. About this United.
No. Irfan. I don't have a clue. Maybe I don't have a clue about Rangnick. Nothing more than Rangnick. I am a person that is watching the games, coming on here, discussing what I saw, what I think might be able to happen in the next game. But the reality is, this show today is a carbon copy of the last 5 million shows we've done since the channel started. It's a carbon copy of the last 1 million shows, the last 100 channels did, in the last 10 years, that it's a cycle. Manager comes in, he don't know what he's doing, system's bad, need some players, get some players in. Players ain't good enough, we don't like the football, get the next manager. We're already now, who's the next manager? If another 3-4 games of this, and it's because it is a continuation, like Dino said. It is easier said. Yeah, it's a new manager, got to give him 3 to 6 months, let's see how he goes. When you're seeing performances like today, like Norwich, you're looking and you're thinking, Raz, what is actually going on here? Can we take 3 to 6 months of this? So he, unfortunately, is going to inherit a little bit of the bitterness that Man United fans have had to put up with for nearly a decade. And when you see that he plays today, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be all right. Just like you thought we had an international break, Rangnick's had 2-3 weeks here, and they served up a bag of shit against Norwich. I do feel for any manager that's coming in here, I really do. All of them. But I'm talking retrospectively, what have I learned? I've learned nothing, because it is a cycle that continues. We have got a team here that we all thought was a pretty good team. A team, at least, that should be in the top 4. Not playing like you saw today. Not playing like you saw against Norwich. Not playing like they've been playing for 8 games before Rangnick came under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's so below par that it begs the question, what is actually happening? How can I fix this? What the hell is going on? I want to know. I want to come on here and say to you, you know what, boys? McTominay is a problem. Malcolm Glazers is a problem. It's Ralph Rangnick's fortune. I don't know what it is. I've been down this road a million times, and Mr. Structure, we did a show before Rangnick came. I was like, I'm excited. This is one of those innovative kind of guys, gegenpressing and that. We've had your Moisey, we've had your Van Gaal, we've had your Mourinho, your big names. We've had organic Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is a new type. We didn't have this type yet. But I said, I won't be surprised if we're here in 6 months. We're here after 5 games having the same conversation. Irfan, that's why I said to you, I don't know anything more than Ralph Rangnick. Nothing. Do you know why? I am lost in a melee of a million problems. I don't know where to start to solve the puzzle. And I've been like that in reality for the last 10 years. I just get on board, get a bit excited, and then reality hits, and you're like, shit.
I'm going to ask.
Yeah, but wait a second. But
I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask the CM. What qualification has Darren Fletcher got to be sitting there being Ralph's number 2? What has he got? A lot of people in the comments are asking.
But wait, Is he number 2 then? Is he number 2?
In the band? Yeah, he acts like he's the number 2.
He acts like it, but we don't know if he is.
Have you not been paying attention there, fan? He's the one that shouted instructions.
I see him on the pitch doing all that, but I don't know if he picks the team. Does he pick the team? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what a lot of people in the comments are saying, and I'm not surprised.
Can I say something? Yeah, in terms of Irfan's question and Nuruddin's question, it may take qualifications to get into a job, but it doesn't take qualifications to have knowledge. We all 4 of us have knowledge on the team because we watch them all the time and we deeply analyze. Yes. Yeah, every type of characteristic they have on the football pitch. We may not see or know what goes on in the training ground or behind closed doors, but we see everything that happens on the football pitch. So in terms of that, we probably know as much as the coaching staff knows and how they're playing on the football pitch. Everything else, possibly not. But when it comes to watching football, I really do feel like we know as much as they do. And the problem that we keep on seeing is the decisions we say should be made, whether they end up to be wrong or right, none of them are being made. And it's almost like the decisions that are being made by managers, coaching staffs, players, they end up to be wrong anyway, or they don't make a decision in time. So it's just a bunch of cowards. It's cowards play, really.
Yeah, but CM, look, but today was a very simple process of elimination. You could see, right, that they control the game because they're a very fast technical passing team.
But and he says this, why did he take him off then?
No,
Why
sorry,
do
no,
you
but,
think
but
you're
wait a second, wait a second. Well, anybody could see today that, like, even if you put Fred on after 40 minutes or something to bring a bit of dynamics into the midfield, something to push them back a little bit, because he might, even if he gives the ball away, he presses the hell out of the teams. You know, he creates pressure. That's what you need against a team like Wolf. He didn't think about changing him. Even if he puts on for 20 minutes, it's only 20 minutes of the odd mistake. The
It's
pass.
not like we're playing in 3 days, Evan, and he's saving it for 3 days. We're playing.
But,
till
but then it goes back to the Donny question again. Why are you not using these guys? Those two guys cannot play 90 minutes. Those two donkeys we have, they can't play 90 minutes. So basically, as my friend was saying again today, the midfield, the strikers are looking at the 8 and 9, and 8 and 9 are looking at the midfield saying, well, what do you expect? It's just this constant looking at each other like, what do you expect us to do? You expect us to do miracles, take on 6 guys and score? It goes back. It all goes back to them. And the defense is also looking at the midfield, thinking, "What you guys do? Are you a midfield?" It's the.
Listen, do you think a single lads? Do you think one midfielder is going to revolutionise what we're seeing from Man United?
No, but it's going to be a significant change in how the team plays. Significant change.
Significant is a big word.
It is. Trust me. You just get one.
Listen, I'm with
Bombay here. Bring Messi. Bring Ronaldinho.
It's not going to work.
Bring the greatest players in history. Nobody's saving us. Nobody's saving us. If we are mediocre, we turn the football. We bring players and murder them, and then we blame them all. We bring players, murder them. Somebody said before,
wrong.
The action of after, because he's always nice and happy. Nobody making demands on nobody, right? We went from Jose falling out with the players to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming into the players and not saying boo to a fucking goose, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've had. And this is the fruits of what we're living now. And both of them played at the end, same style of football. And now these players can only know one player style. And the style is, don't put any pressure on anybody. Don't get close to anybody. Because don't worry, you've got the biggest propaganda machine in the history of world football behind you in terms of Man United social media. And here we go again. You've got people now, experts in algorithms, who are helping you to write and construct fucking sentences. And then you've got one of the best PR person is Neil Ashton. Instead of starting a director of football 3 years ago, we signed a fucking PR guy. And now we've got algorithm specialists and the biggest propaganda machine in world football. If propaganda was, we were competing in propaganda, Man United would win the league and win a fucking trophy every season. Every year we will be champions. I'm telling you. Guys, I can run here.
Wait, Nuruddin, wait a second. So are you saying that there's no manager out there that could fix those players, could get a change out of players?
Because every manager had to compromise with these guys. Man United changed you. You don't change Man United. Somebody said it before. That's what it's been. That's what it's been. At the end of the day, the last manager to have complete control of this football club was Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
And then he was headed out. When he said it out, the bankers took control and they're not letting that control go. Unless we get rid of the bankers or get rid of these owners, we're not getting anywhere anytime soon. I was like everybody else. I saw it for 35 minutes. 35 minutes in the first game. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Back to
Man, you can't underestimate.
Same style of play.
You can't underestimate. You know what Dino's saying? I am somebody that has not got a hold on exactly why and what is behind what we are seeing on the pitch. What is causing this? What's up? I know. That's Dino. What I'm saying is, what we're seeing on the pitch. How is this happening? How is this the end result of everything off the pitch? What's going on? What's happening? Don't underestimate the managers and the players that have come here and completely failed, man. Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez. I mean, we have taken players and it's nobody's living up to the billing. Managers are coming and going every 2 years. There's something wrong. There's something wrong.
Yeah, but that's because the chemistry was wrong.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we had the right players, wrong managers. Wrong players, right players, wrong manager. Yeah.
Well, you know,
you have to have both.
Irfan, again.
Can I just ask you 1 second, please, guys? This is Schneider. Big up Schneider.
No, it's Sachinder. It's Sachinder. It's a sick brother's name.
Sachinder,
yes. Sachinder brother. Yeah. Sachinder says, apparently Kieran McKenna has been telling friends Ollie would not listen to his suggestions, and if Man United were under his tutelage, they would be contenders. That's got to be a Liverpool. That's got to be a Scouse person put that up. That's got to be someone.
I don't know. That's
got to be the king of the ABU. That can't be reality. That.
Listen, no guys, I'm going to get your last word. Last word. I'm going to go around. CM, we're out of the FA Cup. We accept it. I just want Ralph to go down. I want the ship to go down fighting. You know what I mean? Just to go down fighting. Just get them pressing. If they all pull hamstrings or whatever, bring the under 23s. We'll play with the under 23s. I'm not asked. Because these guys, there's no future in these guys anyway. There's no future in these guys. And this summer, my words, is the biggest summer of all summers. And Man United Football Club are not ready for it. So don't get it twisted if we don't end up with Brexit FC football. If we don't end up with Brexit players, British players, and some of the youth players. If we don't end up with that. And this guy, for me, with that showing, when he's not changing it, he can clearly see it. Why are you not changing it? When you're telling us, you come out and analysing the game, telling us exactly what we saw, that means you're not in control, mate. You're not in control. But anyway, big up to every one of you, man. Love and respect to every one of you. Big up to all you guys. My heart is pounding, honestly. I'm going to give myself a heart attack one of these days. Man United are going to do that to me. My blood pressure, man, is always telling me, you know what, my blood pressure is something that killed a lot of men in my family. So Man United don't help it. I think I need to step back from getting too emotional about and caring about this team. They don't even know we exist, guys. They don't even know we exist. I think we're going to have to start laughing because there's no way. There is absolutely no way. CM, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Big up the panel once again. Appreciate you having me on. Just slow.
Wait, bro. Final comments, man. Give us your final comments, though.
Yeah, I'll say that first. Well, it's pretty quick, to be honest. I've lost faith. Like Ali Boumaye said, you know, I've lost faith over the near 10 years of football that I've seen. And that's all we need to go off of. We've had all kinds of managers, all different kinds of players, and nothing's worked out. So maybe I'm premature about this, but I don't see this season being a success, and I don't see many seasons after that being any different.
Yeah.
There you go, Nuruddin.
Thank you so much. If I let them know where they can find you.
Well, I'll give you my last words before you can tell where you can find me. Yeah, I actually genuinely believe that a good manager could get something out of this team. I do believe that. I know people don't.
With this board.
Huh? No, not with the board, not with the board, with the team. But this is what
I'm working with the board. Evan, you have to sacrifice. You have to compromise. Yeah. That's what you're not understanding.
No. You're
gonna have to compromise to this board.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm obviously not accepting that there's something behind the scenes that doesn't allow a manager to do the job. I agree with you. What you're saying is completely rational to say that, but I'm saying I'm only going with that 50%. I'm not going with it fully because none of us know. But you're right to say that. I'm not saying you're wrong to say that because it's rational. What I'm saying is a smart manager today with the options you have. Fred wasn't injured. Donny wasn't injured. You know, he could have salvaged the game if he could see what's going on. And that's why today was the beginning of me losing faith in this new German Gegenpress legend, whatever the hell he is. Today was the day where I don't look at the players. I look at you, Ralph, because you are now making yourself look foolish and not up for this, what the English Football League is. You showed me today that you don't have it. You are not ready to run Man United. That's what it showed. I don't care about anybody else's performance. I say I'm on the manager because it's the manager's responsibility to fix up the team. Nobody else's, right? And today was a day I first lost a significant amount of faith in Mr. Rangnick. I don't care about any other shit going on behind the scenes. It was on him today. That's my final word.
My final word, CM told you my final word. I'm completely lost. I don't know where to start to address the problem. It's been so long. I'm almost numb to it. I have to tune in. I will watch United. I I know when a game like this happens, it stinks so bad, and we've had so much of it. But what can you do? But get behind Ralph. Hopefully, he turns it around. It's never as bad as it seems, but it's never as good as you think it is. I'm get behind the guy, and he's got. I got to give him some time. What can I do? And laugh in the process. Otherwise, you're gonna cry. So, Dino, it's not worth dying over.
Tonight, you just told me Man United that murdered me. I swear to God, I'm ending the show.
No, listen. If you're gonna die, don't do it at the moment. Wait till we're half decent. Then it might be worth going for.
Listen, before I used to say, we hope and pray. There's no fucking hope, people. There's no fucking hope.
It's good.
There's no hope.
He's gone, people. He needs. Big up the comments, actually. Really good.
Hope. It's not going to get any better. This is who we are. I said it a couple of weeks ago against Newcastle. The chickens have come home to roost. They have come home to roost. And you know what? They have come home to roost, and they're here to stay. Whether we like it or not. And all of this about Woodward being consultant. Woodward still in charge. What the hell is Darren Fletcher doing?
Yo, did anybody
doing on that bed?
big up? Didn't I tell you?
By the way, seriously, we listen. I wasn't gonna do any match, but I big up Phil Jones. Other than one mistake,
yeah. We must give him props. He
played well. He was aggressive. At least he wasn't scared like Maguire. Right,
yeah,
he was aggressive at the times where he needed to be. Obviously, the goal came from him, but they could have scored 3 or 4 times before anyway. So at the end of the day, the best team won. They deserved it, more than deserved it, and they extra deserved it because we robbed them at their own stadium. We absolutely robbed them. We robbed them at the beginning of the season, and they finally got it. So well done, Bruno Mars. Look, Irfan, Bruno Mars has had that Wolves team for a pre-season for about a month or less than a month. And look how they play football. Look how they boss. Look how they bust. Look what they do to teams, man. I'm telling you. And they were so unlucky against Chelsea. They should have beat Chelsea. And they were unlucky against Liverpool as well, even though he went slightly defensive against Liverpool.
Do you know our players should have to line up after that performance, since you're mentioning Bruno Mars, and they have to sing for Ralph Rangnick, "We'll catch a grenade for you."
Well, Cat, go on. Sing us out the show. Sing us out. Make us laugh. Go on.
What do you want, vibes or grenade?
Actually, that's what we're watching. We're trying to watch. We're trying to catch lives. We're watching grenades being thrown in. That's what we're watching.
Man, honestly, I got home today. And I looked at my dad's face and I thought, yeah, it's been a bad one. Worth tuning into the Real United Therapy tonight.
Exactly. Your dad, I wish I could get your dad on here. I swear to God. I'll have to put the expletives thing on here, babe. Bleep out every word. I'm telling you, if I could get your dad on here.
Lads, keep the faith.
No,
we roll on to the next one.
We've already said there's no faith.
No, we got to survive game by game to see how many fatalities, how many casualties you got game by game through the season.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's my friend's birthday on Saturday, so I might even go out for my friend's birthday. I might, Irfan and you guys might watch the game and do this, because what's the point? Steven Gerrard to come and gloat. I don't want to watch that. I already see Liverpool put 5 past us. I don't want Steven Gerrard coming off the Old Trafford pitch gloating after they smashed us.
But when we get popped, we're all united on this channel. It's good unity on it.
No, mate. I think I might be invited to a birthday meal, mate. I'm telling you. I might even leave my phone here. I was gonna take my phone and watch it. I told him if I come to your birthday meal, I'm gonna be watching the game. But crazy, absolutely crazy. But big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to it. At the end of the day, you get it raw. You get raw, passionate opinion here. But we're sick and tired, people. We're sick and tired. We are not asking for much. Man United have no right to win any football game.
Indeed.
All we want is the fans in that stadium, the history of that football club. All of those 75,000 fans. Just give it a little bit. Do the basics. Learn to pass the ball. What the hell do you do in training? It breaks me. It breaks me.
Nuruddin,
We
it's
are
that,
mediocre.
it's that word. It's that word compete. We don't compete anymore. That's the thing, and that's the thing why we're all so angry, because we just don't compete anymore. We don't.
We don't. But anyway, big up to every one of you. We lose or draw. The chickens have come home to roost. Ralph Rangnick is another puppet, mate. He's another puppet. He's compromising his own style, his own philosophy.
Whatever legacy he had, he's finishing quick.
Yeah, to get a job. That's what he's doing. That's all I can see. And Luke Shaw, words are fucking cheap, mate. Words are cheap. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from any fucking buddy. Fuck your PR. Fuck your propaganda. Fuck you, Man United as a football club. You're a fucking disgrace. I wish I could delete you. I wish I could delete you and do a complete restart and get every one of you bastards out of this football club. I wish I can do that. Win, lose or draw. Bastard bankers out. Glazers always out. Big up CM, Irfan, Bombaye. We're out, people. Wednesday, I hope you will tune in again, guys, because it's a phone in, and I'm not gonna speak. You're all gonna tell me how we fix it, because none of us know how you fucking fix it. It can't be fixed unless you get owners and the bankers out. It might take us steps to get this right, but it's not going to change. And Ralph tonight, more than ever, showed me that he is a paid and bought fucking puppet. That's what he is. Because that is unacceptable. I don't care who the fuck is in charge.
Well, at least we're real fans, Nuruddin. Well, at least